everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Bengals coming in at 5-8, going up against the Vikings, who come in at 13-0. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They'll run it here with Michael. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. It's second down. Dalton looking. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
On the run, this is Michael. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Second down, Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They look to throw on. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now Peterson cuts it out to the sideline. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually You've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their big tight end, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And there's no substitute for experience in this league, and what it usually leads to, a whole lot of confidence. Andy Dalton is sharp with where to go with the football now. I think he sees reads before they actually even happen. He can sense them now, and he is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Charles on the slant. You always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact perfect spot, right to the upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his body to keep the defender away.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And here's the offensive unit, and we highlight a very good guy, A.J. Green.
Let's just make it simple. He's a game breaker.
$12 yards to go on 3rd down. They send Green to the left on his own. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the first snaps today forthcoming for a relative young buck in the league. Still some stuff to prove.
Brandon, this is a guy who showed a lot of talent early, flashed a lot of potential. Now everyone's waiting for the leap. Where is he going to make his biggest gains, and how will his team benefit from those?
They start the drive with Peterson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field. Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Holding offense.
And, of course, the defense is going to accept this penalty. So now the offense is facing a first down and 20 after that last mistake. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Geno Atkins is an absolute force as a defensive tackle, forces every offense that he plays against to alter their game plan.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. To throw now on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Cincinnati after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Let's go! Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now Forbath for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Dalton now to pass. And Green with a catch left side. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So they're able to connect and beat the man coverage.
Nice job between the two of them. One getting downfield, the other one delivering.
First and 10 for Dalton. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Another look for Dalton on second and 10. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. They come up in an offset eye.
Wide 20. Wide 20.
On third down, it's Michael. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. They go to Michael again, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
They send Green to the left on his own.
380.
Second down, Dalton. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Brandon LaFell, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score one-score game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Now it's Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage?
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Here we go now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their big tight end with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the book.
Yeah. You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And this one through the uprights and good. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally.
Hey, 380.
On the carry, Michael. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Dalton. And his throw here is incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. shot here for Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Dalton, 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Dalton now to pass. And he will find his man on the outside. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Their big-bodied receiver with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see.
Let's go! Boom, landed! Boom, landed!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Cordero Patterson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. They were picked apart really on that last drive through the air. Now 2 touchdowns against some of the passing variety here in this first half.
And momentum totally going against them right now. One way to shift it, a big sack or some sort of a takeaway. They've got to find a way to get back in balance in this game because right now they're under siege.
Yeah, they're a little bit shaken.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So the hard count gets them there, neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defense thought they had the timing down, but the quarterback hit them with a hard count, got them to jump.
380! 380!
From the gun, now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a give. It's Michael. Oh, he bowls over him. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Bengals have done some good work defending the pass. The Vikings really did a good job in that area last week, but yardage-wise, they're not making the same kind of impression in today's game. Now following the fumble. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Vikings have it at the 4. The catch is made after a quick pass, and he capped off the 8-play drive with a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. About halfway through the second quarter, Dalton's got the completion here, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. The Bengals down by a touchdown. They take it at the 33-yard line. Coverage breaks down here, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. Lead now at 14. Bengals take over late in the second. Here the pass is completed into coverage, and this play will go for 6, cutting the deficit to 7. Still late stages of the second. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and he's going to go 56 yards for the score. That takes the lead up to 7.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get 17 yards there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll set up to throw. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Long in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure, they got him again. Sean Spence in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Always give a little extra credit to a defensive back who makes a play on a slant route, especially in man coverage, because you have so much to think about, and your number one thing is not getting beat inside. Well, that's exactly the route that was run. Typically, they try and body up a defensive back and keep him away from the football, but he's able to get through him and make a play on it and knock it away.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Anthony Barr from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way.
There he goes, left side. A big play there on the catch and run. 83 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because You don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, receiver won in a big way. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Dalton sets up play action. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
They run again with Peterson. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Let's go. 3-19. Over.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. And he's able to find Diggs. A good pickup there, a 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. goes. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go now.
They're going to try and throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. First and goal, they'll look to smash, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. Your little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers. The offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defensive side.
Takeaways, man.
Set 380. 380.
Passing, it's Dalton. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
They send Green to the left on his own.
380. 380.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Ready. Wide 20. Wide 20.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And over the middle, it's LaFell. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sharif Floyd in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here, losing fourth quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
380. 380.
Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. 27 yards on the game there. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On the ground, it's Michael. No gain on the play there, second down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Second down, Dalton. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Handoff comes to Peterson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got time. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toe.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Peterson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They come out here in the eye. From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Here we go now. Green.
Peterson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for us. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Format to send it away now following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out Timeout now. Here come the Bengals. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. 3rd down from the gun. Dalton. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Fresh set of downs here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Leopard! Leopard! Hurry up, here we go!
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that definitely deficit stays right where it is. It's not that often you see a two-point try from that distance, and, of course, it's not that often that it's successful, and it wasn't there.
And who added all this thinking to the game, right? Because now you've got so much extra to consider. The penalty happens. Do you go for two from that spot now after the penalty? Or do you say we're going to kick it, which means they have to administer the penalty from the 20, from the 15. Yep. Now you're back further. Can you make that one? It's a lot of extra stuff on what used to be a routine play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.